Hello, dear friends, welcome to our YouTube channel, USA Football Zone, latest football highlights. This was not merely a defeat, it was the most painful rewriting of history. On November 21, 2023, an impenetrable fortress crumbled. For the first time in the 65-year history of World Cup Qualifiers, Brazil suffered a defeat on home soil, and this loss came at the hands of their eternal rivals, Argentina. It was a tense, crushing 1-0 defeat, one that plunged a football-loving nation into an existential crisis. While reigning world champions Argentina celebrated a glorious victory, Brazil stared into the abyss. Their third consecutive defeat in the qualifiers raised a harrowing question: how did this happen? And the even more critical question: is this the end of Brazil's reign? To understand how this stunning 1-0 victory came to pass, one must look beyond that solitary goal. One must look at the extraordinary mental fortitude of the world champions. After a delay of nearly 30 minutes to kick off due to ugly clashes in the stands, the match evolved into a fierce, physical battle. The Lionel Messi-led Argentina did not need to play a spectacular brand of football. They simply needed to be disciplined and ruthless. The game was a grueling slog, rife with fouls and yellow cards. Under interim coach Fernando Diniz, Brazil failed to display any creative spark capable of breaking down Argentina's formidable 4-4-2 formation. The decisive moment arrived in the 63rd minute, not from a moment of individual brilliance, but from a set piece. From a superb corner kick delivered by Giovanni Lo Celso, defender Nicolas Otamendi rose above the opposition defense to power a header into the back of the net. It was a classic smash-and-grab performance from an experienced and astute team. Argentina weathered Brazil's pressure, and when their opportunity arose, they struck. They played like true champions, perhaps not always aesthetically pleasing, but undeniably effective. This victory was built upon resilience in a hostile environment and a perfectly executed game plan. Argentina's exuberance was one side of the coin, the other was Brazil's astonishing collapse. This was not merely a team that had been thoroughly outplayed. They appeared disoriented and emotionally fragile for most of the match. They remained well-organized defensively, but at one crucial moment, they crumbled. Otamendi's winning goal resulted directly from a defensive error following a corner kick, a lapse in concentration that cost them dearly. However, this collapse was not solely the result of that single moment. Emotions, too, played a significant role. The Clásico Sudamericano is never just a game, and as the pressure mounted, Brazil's composure fractured. Their frustration was palpable, culminating in the 81st minute when substitute Joe Linton was shown a red card, having been on the pitch for just 9 minutes. He was sent off for shoving Rodrigo de Paul. It was a microcosm of Brazil's entire story that night. A lack of discipline born of frustration. The players' shoulders slumped. There was no leader on the pitch to lift morale or restore calm. Long before the final whistle blew, they already looked like a defeated side. This historic defeat, their third consecutive loss in the qualifiers, was the ultimate manifestation of that fragility. Their formidable home record, which had stood for over 60 years, was shattered, leaving a deep wound in the collective psyche of the nation. This result sent shockwaves through the CONMEBOL standings and the entire football world. For Argentina, it served as another major statement. By cementing their place at the top of the qualifying table, they proved once again that they are the undisputed kings of South American football. Following their victory in the 2021 Copa America final, they secured their second consecutive win at the Maracana Stadium, demonstrating that their dominance is built upon collective strength. For Brazil, the situation is even more disheartening and bleak. Although they remain in the race to qualify for the expanded 48-team tournament, the humiliation of this defeat is difficult to put into words. This was no minor slip-up, it was a profound crisis. A few months later, in January 2024, interim manager Fernando Diniz was relieved of his duties. The Brazilian Football Confederation appointed the experienced coach Dorival Jr. to steady the ship, a clear indication that a major overhaul was now required on an urgent basis. So now we must ask the big question: is this merely a temporary setback, or are we witnessing the end of Brazil's long-standing dominance? For decades, the yellow jersey, the Brazilian national team, was synonymous with artistic flair and invincibility. But this defeat has exposed a team lacking a clear identity and one that is emotionally fragile. Confidence has now given way to fear. While Argentina celebrates a golden era, Brazil is left scrambling to piece together the fragments of a shattered empire. The road to 2026 remains open, but the journey ahead will be fraught with doubt and immense pressure. They are no longer the uncrowned kings of the continent. That crown now sits firmly upon the head of their greatest rival. The repercussions of this historic match will be felt for many years to come. Argentina marches forward stronger than ever, while Brazil undergoes a painful period of soul-searching. Slipping away, they must find a new identity, new leadership, and a new path forward. The question is, will they be able to do it, or has the balance of power in South America shifted forever? Let us know in the comments what you think was the biggest reason behind Brazil's decline. Was it their tactics, their mentality, or is Argentina simply that good? And what does Brazil need to do to turn things around and once again become a true contender? If you want more in-depth coverage and tactical analysis of World Cup qualifiers and the biggest football news stories, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching.